One of the biggest questions about Resident Evil 6 comes at the very end of Ada's campaign, when she investigates Carla's quad tower base of operations. At the heart of this tower in a C-virus testing facility, Ada discovers some videotape of what seemed to be a side project that Carla was working on when she wasn't, creating Haos, enhancing the C-virus from Jake's blood, and running missions for Simmons while simultaneously plotting his downfall. Carla was apparently a master juggler. A lot of irons in the fire. This particular side project saw Carla attempting to create something. Something which she referred to as her greatest work yet.
Finally done it. This will be my greatest work yet.
Now, let me start by saying that we don't really know what was in the Cocoon. There are so many possibilities because Carla's mind was pretty fractured, and the dialogue that was given to us relating to the Cocoon was very vague, leaving the possibilities wide open. Personally, however, given what I know about Carla and her backstory, I think that there are 4 main possibilities that are the most likely, at least to me. The first, and probably least likely, would be Albert Wesker. Wesker has next to nothing to do with this game. For starters, he's been dead for a number of years before the events of the game, so the impact that he can have beyond just his legacy is pretty minimal. He is the biological father of Jake Muller and the former arch-enemy of Chris Redfield, which has an impact on their mental state, but not much impact on the game at large beyond Chris and Jake's quickly resolved conflict. So why then would he be in the Cocoon? I really have no idea, other than Capcom maybe wanting to bring him back in some capacity, but he's kind of the X-Factor pick. Carla named her organization Neo Umbrella. Why? She's obviously familiar with Wesker in his past, being the one who informs Jake of who his father is. These things could just be odd coincidences, or Carla could either have some kind of past with Wesker that we're unfamiliar with, or perhaps see him as kind of a master of creating chaos, which is Carla's ultimate goal. It's why Haos was created, why she wanted to expand the capabilities of the C-virus. Tormenting Simmons with chaos was Carla's main objective, and maybe bringing back a major source of chaos in the world was one of Carla's ways of doing that.
Chris, how nice of you to join us.
Wesker.
Don't worry. Your mission is at its end. Ouroboros is on the eve of its appearance. 6 billion cries of agony will burn a new balance.
Sorry, Wesker, but not on my watch!
My second pick of the 4 would be a version of Carla's former self, the person that Carla was before Simmons subjected her to her own virus. To me, this one makes the most sense as to what a person would actually do if they were in this situation and wanted to return to their former identity. But I don't know that it's what Carla would do. Thanks to Simmons' brainwashing after her emergence as Ada, Carla actually believes herself to be the true Ada Wong, something that she insists upon even as she transforms into a monster at the end of the game. Carla presumably had the evidence of her former life and who she previously was, yet she still insisted that she was the true Ada Wong. It's a very confusing situation. You could say that she thought that the real Ada was the one who was formerly Carla, but then why would she be the one that's attempting to get revenge on Simmons? Like I said, confusing. I think that the biggest piece of evidence to support this theory, however, would be her brief exchange with Ada, where she tells her that after the bioterror attacks, the world will blame Ada. This, to me, suggesting that Carla sees a way to evade being blamed, either because she'll be dead, or perhaps because she'll have transformed herself back into Carla once the correct C-virus concoction is ready. Which leads us into the third possibility, which is that the person in the Cocoon is actually another duplicate of Ada. This seems to be the most prevalent theory, but it's not the one that I really believe. Carla doesn't seem to like Ada from the interactions that we got with them. She believes herself to be the one true Ada, so I don't really see it falling into line with her character to make more competition for the position. Perhaps Carla could create an army of Adas to torment Simmons with, but I just don't really think she would do that when she was already dealing with so many identity issues thanks to her transformation.
Get over yourself. Help me? I'm really I don't need help from anyone.
My personal pick for the person that I think was most likely coming out of the Cocoon was a duplicate of Simmons. Is this the most exciting of possibilities? Probably not, but I do think that it falls most in line with her character and would work on several levels. First of all, how frustrating would it be for a constantly mutating monstrous Simmons to see a duplicate essentially take over his position and his life? Simmons values stability. He loves the position that he's in and the power that comes with it. So to see that power stripped away and taken over by an imposter would be devastating. Not only that, but it would probably give him identity issues very similar to what Carla is going through. The second, and probably more credible reason, is that Carla still had feelings for Simmons. Carla was brainwashed to love Simmons, but even before that, she adored him and wanted to see that adoration return to her. And though these feelings were eventually overshadowed by her desire for revenge, in Carla's fractured mind, there are probably still feelings of love and desire for her former mentor. Creating a duplicate could, as it did for Simmons, fill that burning desire to have him back in her life, and she could even brainwash him, as Simmons did to her, to be her ideal version of him. To me, this makes the most sense in terms of what we know about the character of Carla Radamez. We can even see an image of Carla and Simmons on a computer screen directly beside the Cocoon, which suggests to me that even after everything that's happened, Carla still has fond memories of Simmons. However, it's all just speculation, and really anyone could have been in the Cocoon. Unfortunately, I don't think that we'll ever find out an answer to this question, but to me, one of these people makes the most sense. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one.